Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great Zoom video that we've got. Today, I'm joined by Justin Norvell, the Executive Vice President, Fender Products. And I'm happy to say he's joining us from sunny California while I'm joining everyone from a big snowstorm on the East Coast. So I'm jealous of you already, okay? But we're sure. We're here to talk about Fender's 75th anniversary. Wow, that's impressive. I think that's a diamond anniversary, right? So that's pretty cool. Dig into the background a little bit about, if you could, about the history of Fender and Leo Fender, and take us up to what you might have thought about what's going on today.
Yeah, I think Fender is 75 years young because we're constantly reinventing and pushing forward. Leo, as he started, it was the Esquire to the Telecaster, the P-Bass, the Stratocaster. It didn't stop at the Telecaster, and he was always moving forward, the amplifiers, the Bassman, etc. And that's kind of the same charter that we're still running with. So, we have a lot of new product introductions. We have new models we're still coming out with, like the Meteora recently. And, we just hold to that same kind of continuous improvement and just looking for, staying relevant, I guess I would say, even though we're 75 years old, we are, not a nostalgia-based company that's always looking over its shoulder at the past. It's kind of the past kind of set our direction initially, but we continue to move forward. Going back to Fender's beginnings in 46, etc., Leo just had a completely different trajectory and entry into the business. So while guitars were really largely made in, much more of a craftsman luthier-y style, akin to violin making, he approached it as a service and repair person. So it was, a famous phrase was, if I have $100 to build something, I'll spend 99 making it work and $1 making it pretty. Ironically, it's made some of the most beautiful designs that are enduring. But, it was anything but normal at the time. So, artists like Jeff Beck speak about seeing their first Fender Stratocaster in a window of a store and thinking it was from outer space, and it's evolved over time to now, if you talk to people and ask them to draw an electric guitar from memory, oftentimes they will draw a Stratocaster or a Telecaster. So what was revolutionary at the time has evolved to become kind of indicative of the mainstream. It's kind of a symbol, in the music industry. I think we say iconic maybe too much and use that type of word, but an icon is a symbol where the object itself or the design is bigger than what it is. It's more than just a guitar. And in the 50s, there was a new generation looking for a new sound and a new look. And so there was a zeitgeist moment of the rock and roll, movement, and the Fender guitar kind of being the right tool at the right time. So seeing it with people like Buddy Holly, et cetera, really helped kick it off. And it was invented more with Western swing and different types of music in mind. So it being adopted by rock and roll really it took off. So it started as a very timely thing, being in the right place at the right time, but through the music that's been recorded with it, the quality, the sounds, and just the enduring nature of the products, it has gone from being timely to timeless. And, that's the path that we're still on today, and still, plowing forward with today's artists, thinking about what's the next new genre that's going to happen, what do new musicians need, and what's going to make them, what's going to enhance their creativity. We make tools so people can make their art, and that's what we're completely obsessed with.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I would have to think that he would be proud to know that his name is such, is going to live on forever. I mean, it's just, hundreds of years from now, people can be, saying that, about playing a Fender. I mean, that's just incredible how the name go on there. And, and the name's synonymous with a great guitar building. And there's even the name Strat. I mean, it's just think about that, a brand name that people say they want to play a Strat. I mean, it's hard to think about that in a lot of other, in a lot of other examples, not only in the music industry, but anywhere of people just saying, it's kind of like saying someone wants a Kleenex or something. It's like one of the few examples I could think of. So it's impressive, the brand he's built. I mean,
and I think it's been a lot of hard work, but a lot of passion. People love what they do. Being able to walk in to a guitar company and just think about how do we make it better? What is technology affording us that we couldn't have done 10 years ago, and how can we reinterpret some of these designs in a new and fresh way? And I think that's that goes back to the original spirit, but it also keeps it very fresh and innovative. So it's really, people are aware there are books written about Fender and Fender history, and so there's that little bit of pressure in there that that what you're doing will be kind of judged in the line of history and going forward, because we fully intend to be around for another 75 years beyond this, and this is just kind of the current moment on the paradigm. But it's really amazing. 75 years is such an achievement, for a company, a brand, an idea, a design, any of those things, and we're just honored to be celebrating it with the industry.
Yeah, it's great, and I'm sure that definitely another 75 years seems certainly possible. The industry has been, unfortunately, we're dealing with an awful global pandemic, but guitars have been really good sellers. So you have to be pretty optimistic about the future right now. What you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this, as in our business, as we go around, we talk to people, and a lot of people wish they played guitar that don't, and I think that this was a moment for people to really embrace that and say, you know what, I'm going to take this moment to actually learn I'm going to pick up the guitar that I always said I would, or that I put down when I was a kid, and I wished I hadn't put it down. And so this moment, while unfortunate, the silver lining is people are kind of looking inward and thinking about things that they can do creatively. And the guitar has been one of those things, because a guitar is, such a personal instrument, the way that you hold it against your body, and it becomes an extension of you in a way, unlike other instruments. Maybe like, I'm originally a drummer before I was a guitar player, that you sit behind, but you don't really hold in the same way. And guitar has just been doing great. And, we have some great new products. We're doing some anniversary products that are, kind of showcasing, a retrospective with some modern touches that just, give people something new to look at and to check out from us.
Yeah, let's talk about those. I wanted to ask you that next. Tell us about some of the launches that you have this year for the 75th.
Yeah, well, we have a bunch of product launches, several artist models, like Chrissy Hind Telecaster, Jason Isbell Telecaster. There's, we have Ultra Luxe with stainless steel frets. We have the Noventa series with P90 pickups, but we also have a commemorative 75th anniversary. We have two series. There's a US made series that is got an anniversary burst on it, gold hardware, custom shop pickups, a unique case with a nice inlaid ingot in the back of the headstock. That's a 75th anniversary. It's destined to be a collectible model, and it's just gorgeous. Ash wood, which is getting rarer and rarer these days. And then there's another version that we have made in our Ensenada factory that's got a diamond anniversary finish, which is kind of almost a diamond dust, silvery, beautiful pearlescent finish with some custom vintage pickups that we created. And just nice kind of silver and black aesthetic. And we're doing a Stratocaster, a Telecaster, a P bass, and a J bass of both of those versions. So there's something for everybody in there. And, they're elegant, they're beautiful, they look like nothing else in the line, and they're eminently collectible because they're only going to be around this year.
Oh yeah, if anyone has seen the market on eBay or Reverb or even at auction sites for these products, it's unbelievable right now. So I believe you on that, on the collectability.
Yeah.
I say, boy, I wish I had some of those. I'm like always impressed. You also have some other items coming out. In addition to it, you have a book. You have coins even, I think, right? So can you tell me about some of the other things that you have that you're going to have offering this year?
Yeah, there's actually a sterling silver guitar pick that we came out with. That's awesome. There's collectible coins that we have for the anniversary. There's going to be clothing, apparel, all kinds of stuff like that, as well as accessories. So commemorative pick tins, straps, like all kinds of stuff that's just going to kind of mark the occasion. And I think for us, it's really, we want to celebrate the anniversary, but we also want to have other new products that are just showing where we're going and what we're doing and how we're rooted in today and tomorrow. So there's a product we have called the Mustang Micro we just came out with, which is a headphone amp that you plug directly into the guitar, but it has DSP effects and everything, just like playing into a Mustang amplifier, but it's right there. You use headphones and you can stream Bluetooth from a track. You can play along with music that's being streamed to you via Bluetooth. You can also use it to record, to upload to social media with great quality sound. So it's a complete product of today, while we're saying that we're 75 years old, which I think is a fantastic juxtaposition for just where the brand sits and what we're doing and what we're all about. And it's really all about serving today's musicians.
Okay, great. Some great information. Lastly, if we were, want to ask you about the future. You did touch upon it, but it wouldn't be us. But if somebody were to gather and have the same interview in 2146, I think would that be the next anniversary? I think, or 75 years from now, is that right?
Yeah.
I got to do my math, but it definitely won't be me. I would be one of the oldest people ever in the history of the world if there was some if I were around. But so I won't be doing the interview. But if that's the case, down the road, what would you, what do you think Fender would pinpoint as some of the successful things they did? Now, obviously not products. You don't know what's going to come out there, but
sure.
As far as corporate philosophies and things you have to do, what does it take to remain a successful company?
I think it's really about honoring the spirit of the legacy, but not being chained to the legacy in a way that is restrictive or holds you in the past. So as you take the kind of general philosophy as it existed in that moment of timeliness and take it into the future, because the way people make music changes, the way it's recorded changes, the way it's distributed changes, even how people collaborate changes. And the goal is always not only relevance, but actually furnishing tools and products that make music making easier and reduces the friction and allows people to really do their thing. So it's really all about enabling and facilitating artists to do what they need to do, however we do that. So we make art, our guitars, so people make their art, their music, and that will be the same 100 years from now, 50 years from now. That's a very easy subject to, a philosophy to align to. And that's kind of our guiding principle.
No doubt. I certainly think you're right there. Well, thank you. Thanks for all the information. I want to thank Justin Norvell for helping us out. I'm Brian Burke, the editor of Music and Sound Retailer. I should say that. I don't think we mentioned it at the beginning. But appreciate everyone for joining us and seeing this video. And thanks and congratulations on the anniversary. By the way,
Thank you so
wanted to
much.
tell you that definitely well deserved, and great job, building up this great brand.
Thank you so much. And thanks to all the retailers and everybody out there. Appreciate it.